Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Another week has gone by. Welcome back to the channel. I'm trading here with the Trading Phoenix, where I am a newer trader working on my way to become funded and then eventually profitable full-time. I am trading live in my challenge account. This is what you guys are watching. I come here every morning, every trading day, live. To show you my trades, what I'm thinking, right or wrong, my learning journey coming up as a newer trader and making this work. So welcome. Hit that subscribe button for me. Much appreciated if you do. Hit that like button for me if you get anything out of this. And let's go. We've got about 3 minutes until market open. Let's have fun. All right. Truth be told, my idea here is to come here and be completely open and honest with everybody, so that you can get a real sense of what it's like to learn how to be a full-time profitable day trader. And so, in full disclosure, complete honesty, I had a terrible trading day yesterday. Wasn't so bad to start off with. I followed my rules. They didn't play out. Market was super choppy yesterday without volatility, and I didn't recognize it. My fault. Lost a couple of trades. Did good on one trade, and I did the worst thing that you could ever do as a day trader, and I didn't stop. I continued trading. At that point, I was revenge trading. I was trying to get back what I had lost and ended up losing more, which is what happens every time you do that. So huge mistake on my part yesterday. Full responsibility on me. And yeah, so I have this, I was reflecting on this afterwards, writing in my journal, and for some reason I do really well when I start off at zero, and I do really well for a week or two, and I get halfway through or a little more than halfway through of my phase one in my challenge, and I get stuck, and I ended up getting kicked back right back to zero, right back to the beginning. On me, my fault. There's something, and now that I thought about this yesterday and reflected on it, I am aware of it. There's something that happens up in here somewhere where I can't get past this halfway point in my challenge. And it's happened a couple times to me. So I sat down yesterday and opened up my journal and really thought about, what was going on. And I don't know, I get excited. I get a little more pushy when I get to that point because I'm getting close to finishing, and it ends up not working out well for me. All right, market open here, 9:30. Super bullish this morning so far, pre-market, very bullish. And I'm not really sure why, because we started off at about 8 o'clock this morning, just pushing higher and higher. We got some data this morning, some building permits and homes built, which came in good. The numbers were good. And then we just continued to push higher and higher all morning this morning, pre-market. We pushed up to previous highs and on the day chart and pushed right through them. So gonna be super cautious today. And I think one of the things that I have to work on is, figuring out what the market direction is for the day, and instead of trying to trade both sides, just look for opportunities that go along with the trend, right? So that's something that I have to work on. I did some back testing again last night, and the strategy is solid. It's not 100% or even 80%, to be honest with you, but it yields way more profit than it does drawdown over time. And so I just need to stick with it. And I tested it both ways with the moving average, which is what I was using also, and without, and it didn't make any difference with or without it. So to keep a cleaner chart, I took the moving average out. And I'm just using the super trend. And yeah, so we're gonna give that a shot. We're gonna try to again stick with the rules, but it's not just sticking with the rules, it's understanding what the market's doing. And yesterday, if anybody watched yesterday, I did get into a trade, followed my rules, and it was a good trade, I believe. It went in the right direction immediately. There wasn't really any drawdown to it. I was up 1% on it at one point, and I didn't recognize the choppiness that had happened prior to me getting in, and it just continued to chop. I used the VVIX to kind of tell me, what the volatility is like in the markets for the day. There wasn't any. We were below 100 on the VVIX, but I still didn't put together the choppiness that was happening. So I ended up taking a break-even trade on that because it wasn't making any movement. And I was really proud of myself for getting out when I could. And it continued to be choppy after that, and ultimately would have taken out my stop loss. So I was proud of myself for recognizing that after I got into the trade. I should have recognized it before, but then I just kept trading. That's a no-no, and I know that. Just some days it's really hard to sit in this and recognize, I guess, your frame of mind while you're watching all this. It's also really easy to talk yourself into getting into trades, and I think it's way more important to talk yourself out of trades. And if there's more input as to why you shouldn't take the trade, then don't take the trade, right? And that's something that I need to work on also. Like right now, this would excite me, but the day is very bullish so far. So, I should be sticking with the trend. We are in an uptrend on the larger time frames. So I shouldn't be looking for shorts, right? I should be looking for long entries. And that's what I got to do. Gonna get rid of that there because that doesn't really matter anymore. That was just marking out previous swing highs on the larger time frame, 4-hour and day chart, and we, as you can see, we blew right through that. So I don't really think that makes a difference anymore. We kind of grabbed the liquidity that was sitting there and took it and ran. So now it's, where are we going to go from here? So that was my day yesterday. It was not a good day. Took a couple moments to reflect on that and to kind of reset. I took a couple hours off, and then I sat back down and got back into the charts and back tested and understood what I shouldn't have been doing, and hopefully we can move past that. So we definitely got we got time here to try to decide on any entries, at least for me anyway. Again, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time is when you get a 4-hour and a 1-hour candle close. So I'd like to see where that closes to kind of get an idea of where we might be heading next. I mean, we pushed, like I said, we pushed right through previous highs on the day chart. So my my overall sense of the market today is bullish. So I'd like to wait and see if I can get a long position in today. Just marking out the open range. This is where we open so far. Let's make it. And we got about 5 minutes until we can mark out the bottom of the open range, and that may not make any difference today, but I just like to kind of see where we are. It might give me an idea for an entrance to go long today. How many of you use moving averages in your charts, and how do you use them? I guess I don't really. I mean, I have been using a 30 moving average just to be another indicator for my strategy here. I use a 200-day moving average on the larger charts, but I'd like to know from you guys if how much weight do you put on the moving averages, or is it more just solely price action and support and resistances, you know, liquidity. Let me know in the comments what you guys use mainly for your entries and exits. Yep. Again, bullish day so far, at least this morning pre-market. So I'm going to be looking for entries to go long today. Unless we get some extreme movement to the downside, but I'd be looking for long positions. I'm just waiting for the next 3 minutes here to play out so I can mark my open range. And then maybe based off of that, we can start looking for some long positions. What are your plans for the weekend? What do you guys got going on this weekend? Also, where's everyone from? I know there's not too many people that watch yet, but yeah, I'm interested. Where's everybody from? What's your style of trading? What do you trade? Let me know. Alright, so that's the first 15 minutes of market open. So I set my open range here, opening range, and it looks like we might want to be pushing back up now. So we got 15 minutes here until the 4-hour and 1-hour candle closes. Kind of want to try a long here. I don't know. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try long here. It's probably a terrible entry, but not bad, not bad. If I can see price action make a strong move above this area here, that's when I'll move my stop loss to break even. And then once we get back to highs of the day, we'll take a look at taking profits. That's my plan. Or I'll get stopped out. I'd like to see this 4-hour candle finish strong, which would bring us at least back to the highs of the day. Same with the 1-hour candle. And maybe what I'll do is I'll just take off half or 75% of the position up here and see if we can push higher. But again, I need to see a nice strong push past the super trend here, which is breaking the structure here. It's got to be strong though. It's got to be a good push, and that'll give me confidence that we're going to continue, and then I'll move my stop loss up to break even at that point. Right now we're looking a little sluggish. Lots of volume coming in. Let's see that big push. We're going to get a big push one way or the other, either to the downside or to the upside. Hopefully it's the upside. Hopefully we want to continue this bullish trend today. So I'm just going to be patient. Let me lay this out for you guys so you can see a little bit better. That's where my buy-in was. That's where my stop is. I'm targeting here, but I'm going to take profits at highs of the day. And that's not the kind of push we want to see. So it might be getting stopped out of this trade here. And some you lose some. I go on a winning streak and then I'm on a losing streak. Yep, that's it. It stopped out there. So we'd make new lows here. I don't know. We're getting rejected again at the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. We pushed past it with such force this morning, pre-market. I don't know. Now we're putting in, we're going to close here the 1-hour candle very bearish. We're closing back below. Yeah, a huge topping tail on the 1 hour chart. The same thing on the 4 hour, honestly, also. But very bullish day, so I don't know. Was that the entry that I needed? So basically came down, tested that lower side of the opening range, and we got rejected. I'm gonna try this trade again, guys. Maybe I just didn't wait long enough to get in. This is more of a confirmation. I should have waited here. I should have waited for those candles to close. Let's give this one a shot. If I get taken out on this one, then I'm going to be done for the day. So once again, if we get a strong push through this area here, I'll move my stop loss up to break even, and we'll just follow the price. This, in hindsight here, this much stronger of evidence that we're pushing to the upside. Should have waited for a little bit of a better entrance here. That was a wasted trade. Wasted trade. So let's plot this one out for you guys. Entry is here on that candle. Stop loss here. And we'll be targeting again the highs. 2-to-1 trade there. So this is the part that I struggle with. Maybe somebody watching can kind of help me out. You know, you look for the trend of the day, right? And you want to stick with whatever the overall trend is, right? And so the overall trend of the NASDAQ has been an uptrend. So you want to look for long positions to stick with the trend, right? Because you're more likely to continue upwards than you are down. And this morning, super bullish, right? So I want to stick with long positions today, is what my thinking is. That's what you hear everybody talking about. But if I just follow my strategy without any bias on a day, right? I should have made a short entry here, and I would have gained this here. Now, nah, see, I'm not even gonna think like that, because that's like a 1-to-1 trade. Is that even worth it? The bias is upward, so nah. I'm just gonna stick with my guns, and you know, whatever the market does, the market does. It doesn't mean that you are wrong in your thinking. So I should just stick with what I know is right. The bias today is up, right? Unless something drastically changes, the bias is an upward trend. So I should be looking for long positions. You look for the pullbacks, the re-entries for long positions. This one, I didn't wait long enough to get in. I should have waited for a better signal, which was this doji candle right here, followed by a nice bullish candle. That was my entry. I got in too early. So now we're getting this nice push. This is what I like to see. This is what I wanted to see. If we can close this candle on a nice strong push up, I'm going to move my stop loss up and wait for it to continue to play out. Once we get to highs of the day, I want to see what the price action does. If we blow right through this, I'm going to hold on to my position. If we come up and we're just kind of playing around up here, I'm going to take half of my position and see if we can push higher. If not, then we'll take my profits up there. This is a nice 2-to-1 trade. Getting a little rejection here, but that's okay. Got two nice strong bullish candles. This is still bullish candle. Let's see if we can get a nice strong push up here. It's nice. That's what I want to see. Yeah, we're getting a little resistance here. That's okay. Let's let this play out. I have a tendency to move my stop loss too early sometimes also because of fear, right? So I'm just going to let this play out. Again, my plan is if we get a strong push and close above this area here, these highs here, then I'll move my stop loss up to break even. But until then, I'm going to let this play out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I think this is a solid trade. The market's going to do what the market's going to do. And that's all there is to it. If I stop out here again, that's my max loss for the day. I'm going to walk away. Live to trade another day. If not, then we'll see from there. The struggles are real. You know, at the end of the day, you just gotta stick to your gut feeling. Let it play out. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you just move on. Make your next plan. Stick to your rules. That's what I failed to do yesterday. You know, I should have shut my computer off 3 trades before I did, and I'd still be in the green overall. Yeah, that's not good. I'm not liking this at all. But instead, you know, I let my emotions take control. Took way more trades than I should have, and now I'm back in the hole. But I'm not gonna let that mess with me moving forward to make more bad trades, more bad decisions. So jumped the gun a little bit on the first trade this morning. I should have waited for a retest. That would have been a way better entry, which is the trade that I'm in now. I should have waited for this retest. A nice doji candle, nice strong push up. This is a good sign that we're going to continue to the upside. Bias today is to the upside, so this is strong here. I should have waited for this in hindsight. More patience, and now we're just going to let this play out here. So again, looking for a strong push and close above these highs, and I will move my stop loss up to break even. We'll let price move to the highs of the day, and see what price action is doing here. If we kind of blow right through it, I'm going to hang on to my position. If we start getting some resistance here, I'll cut the position in half and see where we head from there. Just getting a lot of resistance up here. We're not getting that strong push that I want to see. Maybe I'm just not being patient enough. We are above previous day highs still. So we came back down and we kind of tested, and we moved back up above previous day highs. Again, my bias today is bullish. The overall trend is bullish. So I think we have way more reasons to go long than we do short. So I think this second trade here, I think this was a solid trade. So I can be okay with, if this one gets stopped out, I can be okay with that, I think. You know? I can be okay with that. You can't control the market, nor can you have any idea as to which way it's going to go. So you just put as much evidence as you can together to make the best educated decision as you can. And then the market's going to do what the market's going to do. And you just got to be okay with it. So we're going to let this play out. I'm going to hang on a little bit. Let's see what the rest of the market's doing. Let's pop over here. See what the rest of the market looks like. Hey, that is very green. I like that. And there you go. There's more evidence of a bullish day, right? Most of the market, as far as the NASDAQ index, is green, so I'm okay with that. It looks good. Not really waiting for any other data to come out. Again, we look very strong on the 4-hour. This continued uptrend here. Same thing on the 1. You know, I gotta be okay with the decision I made here. It's really what it comes down to. So, and I gotta stand up because my butt hurts. Oh, yeah, that's better. I'm actually going to take a quick little break so you guys keep watching the charts here, and yeah, be right back. And I'm back. Hey, I didn't get stopped out yet. It's a good morning so far. Down 1 trade. Should have had a little more patience in the entry of the first one. And, you know, it is what it is. But we got signs that we were going to continue to move to the upside, so we made a second trade right afterwards. You know, the first one didn't work out. It shouldn't really change your bias on the day, but again, learn from the mistakes, right? So in hindsight, I should have waited for a retest, especially getting this chop here and then seeing what the retest did. You know, if we closed below this opening range here, then obviously a long position would be less likely, or less validated, I should say. But we got this nice rejection here with this doji candle and a nice push up right afterwards, so I decided to try this trade again, and we'll see. Getting a little bit of, you know, chop here, but we're still moving to the upside. It's just very slowly. We're basically right at previous day highs. So, and once again, I'd like to see a nice strong push above these highs here. A nice strong push and close above these highs. I'll move my stop loss up, make it a risk-free trade. But until then, I'm going to let it sit, because I know that I move my stop loss up early more often than I should. And then I end up getting stopped out, and then it ends up going in my direction. Then I end up being upset with myself because I didn't have enough patience. So I'm going to let this play out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's just gotta come to terms with. That's how it's gotta be. That's how it's gotta be. I tell you, this journey to becoming a day trader is quite the internal journey. It will definitely change you as a person. Or it won't, and you'll continue to fail. Not looking so good. Yep. Doesn't look good here. Yeah, we're gonna get stopped out again, and then that's gonna be it for me today, guys, because I'm not trading more than 2 losses in a day, you know? 2 back-to-back losses, I'm walking away. Reset. Yeah, that's a big push. We're headed to the downside now. I'd be surprised if this doesn't take me out right now. Grateful, but surprised. I tell you, the music right now is appropriate for this. Yep, the music is appropriate. Intense. What's gonna happen? So we've come down to this area now 3 times, which kind of tells me that we want to come down below it. I mean, we, not me. I don't want it to do that, but it kind of looks like the market wants to do that. There's something drawing it down. that something would be liquidity down in this area here. Question is which side has more? Right now, it looks stronger here. So we keep tapping down here. It does not look like it has enough to go back up to the highs of the day yet. So most likely I'm going to get stopped out here. And it is what it is. Yep, here it comes. Boom. That was so close. There it is. Damn, guys. Yeah, it looks like we're still... Let's see if this closes below. Yep, and it did, so... It looks like we got downside in the future. So... And now we got this bullish candle right afterwards. Look at this. All right, well, that's going to be it for me. Two back-to-back losses. Hit my max loss for the day, so I am all set. I will not... markets closed on Monday, and then I got some stuff going on Tuesday and Wednesday, so I will not be back on my live until Thursday next week. So I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. and a great start to next week. And I will see you all next week.